Many men see themselves as the perfect partner, type of person every woman should want. But is being nice really enough to make you stand out? Or could this mindset actually be doing more harm than good, perhaps even more so than the bad boys they often criticize? Welcome to Stoic Journey. In this discussion, we'll delve into an intriguing concept inspired by the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, which could potentially transform the way you interact with women. Stoicism, which emphasizes virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline, encourages us to rethink what it means to be a nice guy. We'll examine how being overly accommodating can sometimes prevent the development of authentic connections and genuine respect. By incorporating Stoic principles into your approach, you can strike a healthier balance, where your actions aren't just driven by a desire to be liked, but are grounded in wisdom and fairness. This shift can not only enhance your relationships, but also bring you closer to your true values, leading to a more meaningful and satisfying life. Whether you felt unnoticed despite your kindness, or you're simply looking to improve your interactions through Stoicism, this content is for you. If these ideas resonate with you, don't forget to give this a thumbs up, subscribe for more insights, and share this with others who might benefit from a Stoic perspective on relationships. Let's dive in. This version maintains the core message while presenting it in a different style, focusing on how Stoicism can help shift from being just nice, being genuinely wise, and just in relationship. Number 1. Don't hide who you are. Many men find themselves altering their behavior around women, suppressing their true selves in an effort to be perceived as nice. However, this approach runs counter to the core ideas of Stoicism. As a Stoic, one should aim to live in harmony with their true nature, embracing authenticity rather than masking it. Think about how you act when you're with close friends, relaxed, confident, sharing your interests, cracking jokes, and enjoying the moment. This is when you're truly yourself, and it's natural. Yet, many nice guys undergo a significant transformation when they're around someone they find attractive. Suddenly, the focus shifts to trying to be the perfect gentleman, avoiding any actions that might come off as assertive or self-serving. While this behavior might stem from good intentions, it often has the opposite effect. Women are usually quick to notice when someone isn't being genuine. They're not drawn to someone who hides their true personality, acts overly passive, or tries too hard to gain approval. What women really appreciate is authenticity, engaging conversation, shared laughter, someone who isn't afraid to be themselves. Reflect on the last time you hung out with friends. Conversation flowed effortlessly. Joked around, expressed your thoughts openly, and didn't feel the need to impress anyone. Now, contrast that with a date where you found yourself agreeing with everything the other person said, or avoiding topics you enjoy because you feared they might not be interesting. That kind of interaction is exhausting and unsustainable. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher, emphasized in his writings the importance of staying true to oneself. In his meditations, he advises against valuing anything that would lead you to break your word, compromise your self-respect. This wisdom is applicable to all areas of life, including relationships. When you suppress your true self, you lose respect for yourself and set the stage for dishonesty in any budding relationship. Rather than molding yourself to fit someone else's expectations, embrace who you truly are. If she doesn't appreciate you for who you are, then it simply wasn't meant to be. But you're far more likely to attract genuine interest and build meaningful connections when you stop holding back your personality. Celebrate your individuality, remain true to your principles, and let your authentic self shine. This approach is not only more appealing, but also leads to deeper, more fulfilling relationships in the long run. Number 2, avoid falling too quickly. Do you ever catch yourself instantly drawn to every attractive woman you meet? Nice guys, in particular, often fall into the trap of committing too deeply too soon. The moment they meet someone attractive, they start imagining a future together before they've even scratched the surface of who she really is. I've seen it happen countless times, and I'll be honest, I've done it myself. But the reality is, most women, no matter how stunning they are, might not be the right fit for your personality and values. When you're searching for a partner, crucial to recognize that only a small percentage of people will genuinely click with you on a deeper level. And yet, many men, myself included at times, tend to focus primarily on a woman's looks at the start. It's an easy trap to fall into, especially when desperation clouds your judgment. When you're eager for a relationship, it becomes tempting to fall for just about anyone who shows interest. But here's something I've learned over time. Women aren't necessarily drawn to men who are quick to fall in love or who are overly eager. They meet plenty of guys who do that, and frankly, it doesn't stand out. What does stand out is a man who maintains a bit of distance, who isn't immediately captivated by their beauty. These men don't rush in with excessive compliments, try to win her over with endless favors. Instead, they take a step back, let the woman come to them, and allow the relationship to develop naturally. This is where Stoic principles come into play, and they've helped me shift my perspective. The Stoics teach us to practice self-control and to be cautious of our initial impressions. When you meet someone attractive, it's easy to get carried away by emotions and excitement, but a Stoic approach encourages you to pause and evaluate the situation rationally. Ask yourself, are you really interested in this person for who they are, or are you just reacting to their looks? For example, let's say you meet a stunning woman at a party. Your first instinct might be to shower her with compliments and do everything you can to impress her. But what if you took a different approach? What if, instead, you engaged her in a meaningful conversation, asked her about her interests and values, and truly listened to her responses? Not only does this set you apart from the countless men who fall head over heels too quickly, but it also gives you the chance to build a connection based on mutual respect and understanding. I've found that by slowing down and practicing self-control, I make better decisions and form healthier relationships. True attraction goes beyond physical appearance. It's about finding someone who shares your values and who can walk alongside you on your journey of personal growth. And trust me, when you find that person, it's a connection that goes far deeper than just looks. Number 3, don't lead with your wallet. Do you ever catch yourself thinking that flaunting your wealth will make you more attractive to women? It's a tempting thought, especially in a world where status symbols like luxury cars and designer clothes seem to hold so much value. But here's the reality. While financial stability can certainly be appealing, simply showing off your money is unlikely to win you genuine affection. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." This means that your character, how you think, behave, and carry yourself, speaks far louder than any material possession ever could. Confidence, humility, and self-respect are what truly leave an impression, not the brand of your watch or the price tag on your clothes. Let's imagine 2 different scenarios. In the first, you pick up your date in your luxury car, wearing designer clothes and flashing an expensive watch. But as the evening progresses, the conversation revolves solely around your possessions and achievement. In the second scenario, you drive a modest car, wear simple but well-kept clothes, and focus on engaging in meaningful conversation. You listen attentively, ask thoughtful questions, and show genuine interest in your date's thoughts and feelings. Now, which scenario do you think will leave a lasting positive impression? I've seen it time and time again. Using your financial status as a lure often backfires. People can sense when you're trying to buy their affection, and it usually comes across as insincere and superficial. Women, in particular, keenly aware of this, and most are looking for something deeper. Real connections are built on personal qualities, not on the balance of your bank account. Instead of relying on your wallet to impress, why not focus on developing your inner virtues? Integrity, kindness, resilience. These are the qualities that form the foundation of true attractiveness. When you cultivate these traits, you'll find that your relationships become more genuine and lasting. And the best part? You'll not only become more attractive to others, but also find a deeper sense of fulfillment and peace within yourself. So, the next time you're tempted to lean on material possessions to make an impression, remember this: your worth isn't defined by what you have, by who you are. Embrace the Stoic idea that true value comes from within, not from external symbols of success. By shifting your focus from flaunting wealth to personal growth, you'll discover a more meaningful and rewarding way to connect with others. Number 4. Don't do too many favors. Have you ever found yourself always saying yes to whatever a girl asks of you? Maybe you're the first to offer help, even when it inconveniences you. It's a trap that many nice guys fall into, believing that doing favors will somehow prove their worth and earn affection. I've been there, and I know how easy it is to get caught up in this mindset. You want to be seen as reliable, kind, and attentive. But here's the hard truth. This approach often backfires. Constantly saying yes and doing favors doesn't necessarily help your case. In fact, it can make you desperate, and worse, undervalued. Stoicism, a philosophy I've come to respect deeply, teaches us the importance of self-respect and setting personal boundaries. A Stoic man understands that his worth isn't tied to how many favors he does for others. He knows that respect and affection are earned through character, integrity, and a strong mind, not through constant servitude. Imagine you have a friend named Alex. Alex is always available for his girlfriend, Sarah. Whenever Sarah needs something, whether it's running errands, fixing things around her house, or even canceling his plans, Alex drops everything to help her. At first, Sarah appreciates his willingness to help, but over time she starts to take his kindness for granted. She no longer sees Alex as a confident, self-respecting man, but rather as someone who's always at her beck and call. Now consider another friend, John. John is also kind and helpful, but he knows when to say no. He respects his own time and priorities. When Sarah asks John for a favor, he takes a moment to consider whether he can genuinely help without compromising his own commitment. If he can't, politely declines and offers to assist at a more convenient time. Interestingly, Sarah respects John more because he values himself and isn't afraid to set boundaries. What I've learned is that being able to say no can actually strengthen a relationship. When you respect yourself and your time, others are more likely to respect you as well. It sends a powerful message that you have self-worth and aren't willing to be taken advantage of. If you don't value your own time and respect yourself, how can you expect others to do so? In the spirit of Stoicism, remember that your primary duty is to yourself. This doesn't mean being selfish. It means understanding that your well-being and self-respect come first. By maintaining your boundaries and valuing your own time, you become a stronger, more confident individual. And this shift in how you carry yourself will inevitably improve not only your self-respect, but also how others perceive and respect you. Number 5. Problem with excuses. Have you ever found yourself wondering, why don't women seem to like me? If you're a nice guy, you might have a long list of reasons running through your mind. I'm too short, I'm too skinny, I'm not good looking enough. But let's be honest, these are just misconceptions. Men of all shapes, sizes, and appearances find success in love, so blaming your physical traits is just an easy way out. It's a way to shift responsibility and convince yourself that you have no control over your dating life. But the truth is, your ability to attract women has much more to do with your self-perception and confidence than with any physical trait. The Stoics teach us a valuable lesson. Focus on what you can control and accept what you cannot. Your height, build, or looks are largely out of your control. What you can control, however, is your attitude, confidence, and how you present yourself to the world. And this is where true attractiveness lies. Think about a man who doesn't fit the traditional standards of attractiveness, but exudes confidence and self-assurance. He walks into a room with his head held high, engages in conversations with genuine interest, and doesn't let his perceived flaws dictate how he interacts with others. That kind of confidence is magnetic. It draws people in, including women. So, stop using your appearance as an excuse and start focusing on your confidence. This might mean facing your fears, challenging that negative self-talk, and stepping outside your comfort zone. Could involve practicing self-care, pursuing your passions, and working on becoming the best version of yourself. When you start investing in your inner growth, you'll naturally become more attractive, not because of any drastic physical changes, but because of the inner strength and confidence you project. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate our inner virtues, By building your confidence and self-perception, you're not just becoming more attractive to women, you're becoming a stronger, more resilient person overall. Number 6, being nice isn't everything. Kindness is undoubtedly a wonderful quality, but it doesn't always ignite the spark of romance. If your primary focus is on being the nice guy, it might actually work against you. Women often appreciate nice men and enjoy their company, seeing them as great friends and good listeners. However, that doesn't necessarily translate into romantic attraction. The reality is, there's no romantic thrill in just being nice. It doesn't create the tension or chemistry that a romantic connection often requires. It's crucial to understand that being nice shouldn't come with the expectation of romance. If you think that your kindness entitles you to something more, it can actually come off as unattractive or even manipulative. From a Stoic perspective, your actions should be driven by virtue and integrity, not by the hope of receiving something in return. If your kindness is simply a strategy to win someone over, it raises an important question. Are you truly being kind, or are you using kindness as a tool to achieve a desired outcome? This approach can come across as insincere and manipulative, which is counterproductive to building genuine relationships. A Stoic man strives to be kind and virtuous because it aligns with his principles, not because he expects a reward. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher, emphasized the importance of acting with good intentions, regardless of the outcome. When you apply this wisdom to your interactions with women, it means being kind and respectful, without expecting anything in return. True kindness is selfless. It doesn't come with strings attached. Many nice guys find themselves repeatedly overlooked because they're waiting for their kindness to be rewarded, but it rarely is. Instead of focusing solely on being nice, it's essential to develop other qualities that contribute to a well-rounded character. Confidence, assertiveness, and a sense of purpose are attractive traits that complement kindness and make you more appealing. For instance, imagine you're interested in someone, and you consistently go out of your way to do nice things for her, buying her coffee, helping with her projects, and so on. While she might appreciate your gestures, if you never express your own desires or show any romantic interest, she may never see you as more than a friend. On the other hand, if you combine your kindness with confidence and make your intentions clear, you create the potential for a deeper connection. Number 7. Don't just wait for a chance. Do you find yourself always letting her make the decisions? Are you waiting for your crush to notice you and make the first move? If so, you're not alone. This is a common mistake among nice guys. You might invest a lot of time and energy into someone you like, only to sit back and hope she'll take the initiative. But here's the reality. Most women appreciate someone who takes the lead. If you're genuinely interested in someone, you need to show it by being confident and straightforward. Let's face it, if you're always on the sidelines, waiting for her to make the first move, you might never get noticed. Confidence is incredibly attractive, and showing that you can take charge of the situation reflects a strong, appealing character. Imagine this scenario. You've been admiring a woman from afar. You think about her constantly and try to be around her, hoping she'll see your value and make the first move. But here's the thing. You're putting your happiness in someone else's hands. This isn't just about dating, it's about taking control of your life. The Stoics believed in taking responsibility for our actions and not leaving things to chance. Don't relegate yourself to the background in your relationships. You won't get anywhere by just waiting on the sidelines. Be proactive. Take the initiative. Even if things don't work out the way you'd hoped, at least you'll know you gave it your best shot. I know the fear of rejection can be paralyzing, but remember, inaction is the real enemy. By taking the initiative, you're not only showing your interest, but you're also demonstrating your willingness to take risks for what you desire. Every time you step up, you're practicing resilience and courage, crucial traits for personal growth. Let's take a practical example. You're at a party and you see someone you're interested in. Don't just stand in the corner, hoping she'll come talk to you. Approach her with confidence, introduce yourself, and start a conversation. This isn't about being aggressive. It's about showing genuine interest and taking control of your destiny. The Stoics taught that we should focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. You can control your actions and decisions, but you can't control how someone else will respond. By taking the initiative, you're practicing self-reliance and courage, both key aspects of Stoic philosophy. This mindset applies not only to romantic pursuits, but to all areas of life. Every time you take the initiative, you reinforce your sense of agency and reduce the anxiety that comes from uncertainty. Even if the outcome isn't what you hoped for, you've gained valuable experience and grown stronger in your resolve to live a life true to your principle. Number 8. Don't just tick boxes. Have you ever asked a woman what she's looking for in a partner? You've probably heard things like, "I want someone sensitive, a good listener, or supportive." It's easy for nice guys to take this at face value and try to mold themselves into the perfect image of sensitivity and attentiveness that they think women desire. But here's the catch. What women share might only be part of what they're truly looking for. While kindness, sensitivity, and being a good listener are important, they don't always tell the whole story. Women might not openly articulate their need for chemistry, excitement, or that intangible feeling of being challenged, because these are more instinctive emotional desires. So, while you're busy checking all the boxes of being the perfect listener or the most considerate friend, you might be missing out on creating that deeper connection, sparks real attraction. It's crucial to remember that while women value kindness, initial attraction is just as important. They're drawn to someone who not only listens and supports them, but also sparks their interest, makes them laugh, and exudes intelligence and confidence. Picture a man who listens intently, remembers every detail, and is always available. Admirable? Sure. But does that create a spark? Not necessarily. Women want more than just a caring companion. They want excitement, challenge, and a bit of unpredictability. In Stoicism, one of the key principles is to be true to yourself and live in harmony with nature and reason. When it comes to relationships, this means you should stop trying to mold yourself into some checklist of traits you think will make you more attractive. Instead, focus on being your authentic self. If you're naturally caring, let that shine. But don't hide the other parts of you. Passions, humor, confidence. A true Stoic understands that inner virtue and authenticity are far more attractive than any facade. Trying to fit into someone else's ideal isn't just exhausting, unsustainable. Women can sense when someone isn't being genuine, and it can be a turnoff. So instead of just listening and nodding during a conversation, share your thoughts and opinions confidently. Show that you have your own perspective and that you're not afraid to express it. This doesn't mean being rude or dismissive. It means being authentic and engaging. Laugh, tease playfully, and bring a sense of fun into your interaction. When you show genuine interest and enthusiasm, it signals that you're confident in who you are. Number 9. Avoid waiting for applause. Do you often find yourself telling people that you're a nice person? If so, you're not alone. This is a common mistake many nice guys make. They want others to notice and appreciate their niceness, to see them as different from the so-called bad guys out there. But here's the truth. Constantly boasting about being nice actually works against you. Truly nice men don't need to declare themselves as such. You don't seek recognition or rewards for their good behavior. So, if women don't applaud your niceness, don't let it get you down. If you choose to be nice, do it because it's the right thing to do, not because you're expecting something in return. The Stoics believed in doing good for its own sake, not for external validation. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, taught that we should focus on what we can control, our own actions and attitudes, rather than the reactions of others. When you constantly seek applause or approval, you're placing your happiness in the hands of others, which is something the Stoics strongly advised against. Imagine this scenario. You go out of your way to help a friend move to a new apartment. You spend your entire weekend lifting heavy furniture and organizing their space. Naturally, you expect a heartfelt thank you, or maybe some gesture of appreciation. But what if that thank you never comes? If your motivation for helping was to receive praise, you'd likely feel disappointed, maybe even resentful. But if you helped simply because you believed it was the right thing to do, the lack of recognition wouldn't affect your inner peace. This same principle applies to how you interact with women. If you're nice to a woman in the hopes that she'll see you as better than other men or reward you with her attention and affection, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. True kindness comes from a place of strength and self-assurance, not from a desire for validation. Take Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, who reminded himself to do good without expecting anything in return. He wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This means living by your values and letting your actions speak for themselves, without waiting for applause or recognition. So how can you apply this in your daily life? Start by assessing your motivations. When you do something nice, ask yourself why. Are you doing it because you genuinely want to help, or because you hope to get something out of it? Practice selflessness by doing good deeds without telling anyone. Let your actions be their own reward. For example, if you're on a date, don't keep track of how many times you've paid for dinner or done something nice, hoping to get something in return. Instead, enjoy the moment and focus on being present and genuine. Over time, you'll find that this approach not only aligns with Stoic principles, but also builds true confidence and self-respect. Number 10. Don't avoid relationship games. Nice guys often shy away from playing games in relationships, thinking that honesty and straightforwardness should be enough. They tend to reject the subtle maneuvers and tests that frequently happen between partners, seeing them as unnecessary or even deceitful. But here's the reality. These interactions, often dismissed as games, play a crucial role in creating romantic tension and excitement. Both men and women naturally engage in these behaviors, which help build sexual chemistry and deepen attraction. From a Stoic perspective, while honesty and integrity are key virtues, it's important to recognize that navigating the complexities of human relationships often requires a nuanced approach. At the start of any relationship, whether it's lighthearted or serious, there's a bit of a dance involved. Each person tries to measure the other's interest without revealing too much too soon. This dynamic, though it may seem like a game, serves an important purpose. It helps gauge compatibility and mutual interest. Imagine a scenario where a man, let's call him John, meets a woman named Emma. John, a classic nice guy, believes in being open and direct. He immediately expresses his feelings and intentions to Emma, hoping for the same in return. But Emma, like many people, enjoys the thrill of getting to know someone gradually. She appreciates the subtle cues and the slow, intriguing buildup of interest. By laying everything out too soon, John inadvertently removes the element of mystery and intrigue, potentially draining the excitement from the relationship. Stoicism teaches us the value of balance and moderation. While it's crucial to be genuine and true to oneself, understanding the social dynamics at play can help in forming deeper, more meaningful connection. By completely sidestepping the aspect of romantic games, nice guys like John might miss out on potential relationships. It's not about being deceitful or manipulative. It's about recognizing and respecting the natural flow of human interaction. To avoid being seen as dull or overly predictable, it's helpful to embrace the subtle complexities of dating. Engage in playful banter. Enjoy the gradual reveal of interest. Allow the relationship to build its own unique rhythm. This approach doesn't compromise your integrity. Instead, it enhances your ability to connect on a deeper level. Think of it this way. While it would be simpler if interactions were straightforward from the get-go, that lack of mystery can quickly lead to dullness. Embrace the dance of dating. Balance your honesty with the understanding that a little playfulness and strategy is part of human nature. In doing so, you not only enhance your romantic prospects, but also develop a richer, more fulfilling connection with your partner. Stoicism doesn't reject kindness, but it teaches us to act virtuously without expecting a reward or specific outcome. This approach encourages us to be our authentic selves, showing that true respect and meaningful connections are built on genuineness and a balanced perspective, not just a facade of niceness. If today's insights into balancing genuine kindness with Stoic principles have struck a chord with you, I encourage you to like this video and share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Your engagement helps us continue these valuable conversations. Also, don't forget to check out the recommended videos on your screen for more discussions on applying Stoic wisdom to everyday life. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe for more insights on building deeper, more meaningful connections.